Hi, my name is Suzan McDowell, President and CEO of Circle of One Marketing. Welcome to In the Circle with Suzan, my bi-weekly show at community newspapers where I get to talk to whoever I want to talk to about whatever I want to talk to. And today, I am so excited because I went to the DNC last week. I was so upset. I was sitting home watching everybody be all excited, and I realized I was missing history. And so I got on a plane at the very last minute and was able to experience the last few hours of the DNC. And I'm so grateful that I talked to myself and went to the DNC. Anyway, along those lines, we're looking to bring all of that excitement here to South Florida, here to Miami-Dade, to be specific, and the Blue Gala that is happening on September 21st at the Miami Beach Convention Center. To that end, I am here with my very lovely and dear friend, Shevrin Jones. I get to call him Shevrin Jones, but for the sake of this interview, we will call him the Honorable Florida Senator Shevrin Jones, District 34.
Yes.
Welcome, Senator.
Thank you for having me, Suzan McDowell.
We're just going to pretend like we're not good friends. Okay, so I'm going to start this. First of all, I was able to interview our wonderful mayor, now our former year's mayor.
Yes.
Diana Levine Cava. One of the last times I was very excited. So, I love my electeds, the ones of you that are doing what you're supposed to be doing, like you.
Right.
So anyway, I'm going to start from the beginning. Here's how it goes. Shevrin Jones.
Yes.
Tell me your story. I was born, and then what happened?
I was born at Memorial Regional Hospital in Hollywood, Florida, but I was raised in Carroll City.
Oh.
Now known as Miami Gardens, and my parents, the house where I was raised in, is in an area we call the Bajas.
Oh.
In Miami Gardens. And my brothers and I were raised with, of course, with our parents, my mother and father. Mm-hmm. Mom, who was a teacher at Parkview Elementary School, later went on to become a school board administrator. Mm-hmm. And my dad, who's always been a pastor since I was born.
Your dad's a great pastor.
Yeah, man. Listen, he is a great pastor. I give it to him. They've grown that congregation from the living room, from 6 people, and now on the roll over 6,000 members.
How old were you when the church started?
I wasn't born when the church started.
What?
My brother Derek was, and Keneal and I came later. But by the time I was born, we had already moved into maybe the second location of a church site. Yeah. Wow. Very, very active at church. Church was from Sunday to Sunday in our household.
Oh my God.
Every day.
And then Sunday was prime time, though.
Sunday was prime time, but we were in church every single day.
Wow. So you're PK.
Oh, I'm PK through and through. Through and through.
Well, that seems kind of interesting. It might tell me a lot about.
I am a PK through and through.
But your parents are so sweet, though.
I know, my parents are pretty cool.
Your parents are so sweet. And your dad is the former mayor?
Former mayor of West Park, also known as Cava Ranches.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, we didn't move to Cava Ranches until I got into high school. Oh. And Keneal and I were preparing to go off to Tallahassee. Keneal went to TCC. I went to FAMU.
Wait, no, you said high school. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school at American Senior High. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was in the magnet nursing program, and then in middle school.
You were going to be a nurse?
I actually was going to be an OBGYN.
No way.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to be a doctor.
What happened?
Well, I got to college. I'm majoring in biochemistry, molecular biology. I was very into politics in college, SGA, all that stuff. After I graduated, as I was preparing to graduate, I had already applied to med school. I had already taken the MCAT, did well, but took a year off. Wanted to take a year off to kind of just clear my head. And my dad was like, "You can't just stay at home and not do anything." So he said, "You got to go find something to do." So I said, "I'm gonna go be a teacher." On my gap year, so I wanted to go be a teacher. So I wanted to teach chemistry at Everglades Senior High School. What? And I said I was going to go do it for 1 year, and then 1 year turned into 9.
9 years teaching chemistry?
Yeah. Well,
You're not even that old.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Well, I never told my students my age because when I graduated from college, I was only 21. So I started teaching when I was 22.
Oh my God.
And I was teaching 12th graders. So some of them were like 18. And they were looking at me like, you can't be that old.
Do you feel like you're an old soul?
I've always been an old soul.
I think you're a young and an old soul.
Yeah, I mean, I can be young when I want to be young, and then when I want to be old.
Yeah, because you're so hopeful. You know what I mean? You're so hopeful. And there's a saying that, fools rush in. And sometimes I feel like you're so hopeful. Like, your light hasn't been dimmed by cynicism yet.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of that is a young soul. I feel like you're a very young soul, but I also know you.
Right.
And I know that inside of you is an old soul.
Definitely old
take
soul.
things very close to
I do
your heart.
take
I
close
know
to
you
chest.
do.
I do, and I feel it on the weekends too when I don't feel like getting up to do anything.
When your calendar is packed and you're like, why do I have to?
Exactly.
Why is Suzanne making me go here? Why is so making me go here?
All of the above.
Yes, well, you know what they say? My old boss, Kervin, used to say, with the ring comes the curse.
That's right. And listen, I've been doing this now, 12 years now? Well, before I even talk about that, I got into politics.
Let's go back, yes.
I got into politics because I taught two students, Nick and Willie, and I'll never forget when the legislature changed the rules that in order to graduate from high school, you had to pass the end of course exam. And so my students, two students who I gained a great liking to, they did not have a father in the home. Both of their moms really entrusted me just to be a mentor to them, which was great. And come to find out, they weren't going to be able to graduate because of this new rule. And my class was already a course recovery class. This is the first and only year I taught a level 1 class.
Oh, wow.
And the level 1 students are students who reading on a 6th through 8th grade level. So they weren't reading at grade level. Anyways, when I found out that they couldn't graduate, I went to the principal and I said, who changed the rules on them? He said, politicians did. I said, okay, well, I'm going to run for office. I didn't know what I was doing. I ran for office because,
So it meant you were 30 then?
I was, I got elected when I was 27.
So you were still teaching?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was still teaching. I got elected when I was 27 years old. And
what was your first elected office?
State rep.
Oh, that was your first.
But that wasn't the first thing I ran for. The first thing I ran for was county commission, and I lost.
For Broward.
That's right.
Oh.
I ran against Barbara Sharif and Angelo Castillo.
Oh, I love Barbara Sharif.
Yeah, she's great.
She's great.
Yeah, she's good people's.
She's running for. Did she?
No, she has a primary now.
Oh, she's in primary. I love her.
I mean, she has a general now. She just won her primary.
She just won the primary. Okay, good. All right, you go, girl.
Yeah, so she just won. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Barbara Sharif.
So I ran for office. I got that would kind of propelled me into running for office. Not realizing that when I got into office, that was not going to be. Education wasn't going to be the only thing that I dealt with.
Yeah, like a quick solution.
Yeah.
What happened to Willie? What happened to the two guys?
I still keep in contact with both. I don't keep in contact with Nick. I do see Willie every now and then on Instagram.
So did they graduate?
They graduated.
Very good.
Yeah, they graduated. And I keep in contact with, like I said, with Willie. On Instagram every now and then, just check in with him.
Got it.
And some same thing about some of my other students. But politics then obviously is definitely different than it is now. But when I got into the legislature at that time, I was very hopeful of just whole bipartisanship.
Yes, all of that.
Working with Republicans and when I did get in there, I walked in there political, right? At first, because I'm like, I'm a Democrat.
Yeah, I'm a Democrat.
I'm gonna pass all these bills, and you get in there, you're not about to do any of that. None of that is about to be real.
Nothing that you thought was gonna happen.
None of it is real. All of that was fake.
Was it like a rude awakening? It was like a.
Yeah, it was a rude awakening. But then I had to figure out how can I get work done?
Now you're stuck.
Yeah, I am. And I had to figure out how I'm going to get work done. So I tapped into what I knew best, and that was building relationships.
You're good at that.
Yeah. So I felt like, you know what? If I can't do it through the political route, I'm just going to do it by the people route and stick to that. And I think that's how I was able to be successful in my freshman, sophomore, and through my tenure in the House, is because I just utilized that space to build relationships with those people, going to the happy hour events, going to the dinners with the Republicans, going when they invite you to their homes and stuff to meet their families and stuff like that. Because if you can't judge me based off of the politics, then you can judge me off my character and how I treat you. And I think that's how I've been able to kind of navigate through that. Now, all of that has changed since 2012, and Governor DeSantis is now kind of in our former president has kind of changed the dynamics of how you look at politics. But those were the good days when Democrats and Republicans really worked together.
Well, I feel like one of the things that you're really good at is because you're such a normal guy. You're a normal guy.
Am I?
No, I don't mean normal like, I mean like you had two great parents. You went to school, you went to college, you have great relationships. You're not a lunatic, you know what I mean? You have no RFK Jr. weirdness. So, but I feel like a big part of why you get as far as you do is one, you speak plainly. You speak very like this is what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have a whole bunch of foolishness.
I don't like because I don't like
hot air.
No hot air. I don't like word fillers. I don't like that stuff. I mean, I am soft in how I handle people. As much as I would love to get angry, now I do get upset.
Yes, because you're a person.
I'm a human being.
Because you're a human being and all.
But it takes a lot for me to get upset. But prior to me getting there, I'm always gentle with people, right? Because I try my best to be true. I know this might sound corny, but I truly try to treat people like I want to be treated.
Give grace.
Of course, I want to give grace to people because I want it to be extended towards me also. So
yeah, and we all need it. I've seen you in those moments where you're like you have the weight of the world on your head, and I think to myself, I can't even imagine. I know. You're so much of a better person than me. I'm like, 'cause that would have been like, peace. So, okay. So anyway, so you have, one of the things I do now, Butch, is you're very busy. You've brought up a lot of legislation. You are the only gay member of the Senate.
Well, now we have Carlos, who just won. Congratulations, Carlos. Yes. Right. So now it's two of us.
Oh my God.
There's a caucus of two.
Oh my God.
In the Senate. But I was the first.
Double trouble.
I know. I was the first in Florida's history.
So, and you've been very vocal. I look up and I see you on CNN and MSNBC all the time.
But I tell people all the time, and when I walk into these spaces, you show up as your full self because I truly believe that's how. I mean, we all should be able to show up as our full self, right? And what that looked like. And I even share people. People say when you walk into these spaces, how do you choose what to fight for? I say the fact that you even have to ask that question is a problem. I mean, because if I have to figure out whether to fight for my truth and my blackness, now you're trying to measure which fight is greater. And that's not fair to the fight.
Yeah, it's not fair to the fight. It's certainly not fair to the fighter.
No, it's not fair to the fight nor the fighter, right? And so listen, my office, we use this term, and I'm going to say it here in a few minutes, but I always say that we fight for anyone. I will fight against, and I will fight back on anyone who is interfering with anybody's human experience, whatever that look like, right? Yeah. Because when I walk inside a room, you won't know I'm a gay man unless I tell you, right? No. But you know I'm a black man when I walk inside this room, right?
Yeah, good point.
And so, so when I show up in my authentic self. I'm gonna fight for my blackness.
So you're a black man first?
I am a human being.
Human being first.
I'm a human being, and
first and last.
Period. And I will fight for my existence. I'll fight for my children's existence, my niece and my nephew's existence, for the LGBTQ person's existence, the black person. I'm fighting for everyone's existence. So I don't like to. Anyone who knows me, I don't like being placed in a box. Yeah. I will fight my way out of that box every single time. So.
Well, I think I feel like part of the problem with the Republicans is that they have othered so many people. I'm othering the transgender and othering the gay, othering blacks, I'm othering browns, I'm othering Indians, I'm othering abortions.
Right.
I feel like they've othered so many groups of people that now all these little pockets of others have all gotten together. Yeah. And now the others are the majority.
Right. The others.
The others are voting bloc.
Well, I mean, yes, and you're absolutely right. Because also, unfortunately, the Republicans, they have Yeah, this has turned into no longer being about policy. This is all about power right now.
It's all about power.
Absolutely. You know, when you get to a place to where you totally bypass the most important things and what we should be fighting for, whether it's property insurance, whether it's car insurance, whether it's healthcare, whether it's education, and you turn those into culture wars and wokeness.
Yeah.
You have totally missed your mark in what we should be fighting for, which should be for the betterment of what does it look like for people to live happy, prosperous, and safe, right? But they're not doing that. Everything because they can't stand on their policies because they're not popular amongst people. So the only thing they can do is go after others and what they're doing now.
I feel like that's, Michelle in her speech last week where she slapped them up.
She did.
She said, we don't get the benefit of failing forward.
No, we can't.
We don't get the benefit,
right,
which is what the Republicans did, of changing the rules when we don't win.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel like if they can't, if their 2 + 2 does not equal 4, our 2 + 2 is 4, but their 2 + 2 is 3, I don't understand. How is it that you think you won? And why do you feel you're right to change my vote?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it's really when you come down to democracy. I mean, democracy is there's more people on one side than there are on the other.
Right.
And so you really have to go like, you really don't care about democracy because we've proven over and over the midterms and the election and that they're losers, and somehow they still manage to keep us on the run. Like, I really do think we're going to win in November.
Agreed.
But along the way, it's like we got to run from stuff. We got to run from lies, and we got to run from their math not adding up, but them saying, well, I don't care if my math doesn't add up. I'm going to find those 11,000 votes, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like the temerity.
Yeah.
The temerity.
Yeah. Well, they've been empowered. They've been empowered to do this, right? They've been, the former president has emboldened these individuals in a way to where they believe that there are no consequences for what they say and what they do. So that's why they're doing it. That's what they've
been doing it.
That's for people who have power. If you have power, you don't have power, right? You have elected officers who are also becoming election deniers and are already setting the foundation of what it looks like for another Trump loss. Now they blame the system. Well, I mean, you all have created, especially in Florida, you've created this system to work to your advantage so much so. Even if the system does fail, it's in your hands. And I also want to put out, and I don't think people understand that the Republicans in Florida have been in charge for the last, 25 years?
Yeah.
So when you look at high property insurance, our failing school systems, high car insurance, all these things, that's not in the hands of Democrats.
They get to claim all of that.
They not only
that's
do
all their responsibility.
They need to claim all of it.
Yeah.
And as they should. And this all transcends, even you look at national politics, if you look at every Democratic president that exists, the economy grew, workforce grew under the president, but you saw the largest decrease in the economic growth under Republican presidents, i.e., former President Trump. We not only did we see the largest economic drop, we also saw the most people who weren't working. And I know a lot of it had to do with COVID, but COVID was absolutely preventable if you had a leader who would have hit this head on.
So remember we talked about Patrick Hidalgo?
Yeah.
My beautiful work husband from 2015 to when we ended up in not 2015, whatever it was, before the pandemic.
Yeah.
We figured we found out that he died of complications from COVID.
Wow.
And because he died on March 2nd, 10 days before the country got shut down, they talked about that there was a set of people who didn't know.
Didn't know
he was one of them. And he was, he wrote this Cuba policy for President Obama. That's the kind of stuff like you're talking about, those collateral damages that were unavoidable.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Talking about people's lives. My mother died of COVID.
Yeah.
So
your mom?
My mom died of COVID in 2021. Thank you. I'm just saying, like, all of it was preventable. All of it was preventable with just a little bit of forethought and concern, and like, this is really, if they had had a Shevrin Jones up there that really honestly felt things in his heart for people, we would be in a different situation.
100%.
So anyway, fast forward. You get into politics, you hit the wall, you realize it's not what it's supposed to be. The DeSantis wins by a hair.
The first time.
by a hair. The first time. Oh, yes, I remember. And then all of a sudden, everything changes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like some of it changed because Trump actually physically lives in Florida? Like, does that make any difference?
No, it's what comes out of his mouth. I don't think his location or where he lives has nothing to do with it. I think it's
embarrassing that it lives there.
I think it's absolutely what he says at the podium and what the media has given him leverage to be able to say without being with going unchecked. Also, so I think it has a lot to do with it. I don't think where he lives has anything to do with it, although he is a resident of Florida.
So let's skip to the national. We have almost 10. We're gonna get to the Blue Gala in a minute.
Yep.
But the national races.
Right.
So, I mean, I know it just makes you want to smile.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It just makes you want to smile.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing that I took away from the DNC for my 5 minutes that I was there, thank you, Crystal Wagner, appreciate it, was that everyone left there understanding that there's an assignment. There's work to do. Nobody's...
Do something.
Do something. Or as Sabrina Fulton always says, do your part. Do your part. So I feel like if we all do our part. So here we are, Miami-Dade County. I know we have some exciting continuation of the excitement from the DNC in Chicago. We're going to bring that excitement to Miami-Dade County.
We are.
So tell me how we're going to do that.
Well, we're already doing it. I think I took the helm over of the DNC. The Miami-Dade DEC in April, and since I've come on board, I'm a big fan of empowering people to create what they believe is will bring people along, because I believe in. You ever saw the movie Field of Dreams? If you build they will come.
You really believe that?
Yeah, I absolutely believe
marketing.
It. Absolutely, if you build it, they will come. And I also think that in building it, you have to give people the leverage to be able to build what they believe fits them. Right? You can't parachute into people's community and be like, oh, I think this is best for you.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong, right?
Yeah.
And so I really believe in the fact of showing people what does building coalition look like, allowing them to build those coalitions and bringing their own people along, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to be attached to you.
Yeah.
You need to be attached to your community. Me being attached to you, that's to feed my ego. I'm good. I want to make sure that we're doing what needs to be done in order for us to do what we did just a few weeks ago. I mean, just last Tuesday in the primary election, and Miami-Dade County did well.
Yeah.
And I know, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so happy.
Yes.
And so, I mean, and even when people came and said congratulations, Mr. Chair, it's not about me. I mean, there was a great deal of collaboration that was happening from the mayor. And her team, the president and their team, the clubs and caucuses that we organized, we all just worked well together, and we outdid the Republicans, right? And I'm gonna keep telling people that as long as I'm at the helm, my biggest thing is I'm ignoring the noise and I am doing the work. And because I think that's the only way that gets us where we need to go.
Yeah, and you don't want to be on November 5th and be like, I shoulda, woulda, coulda, if I had cared earlier. You don't want to do that.
No,
just
I want to do it.
Jump in.
My dad always tell us, where talking won't get you, work will. That's a good one. Work will, right? So listen, put your foot to the plow. Yes. What you have to do, and that's what we're doing right now. We are absolutely putting our foot to the plow. We are engaging individuals who we usually don't engage. Just this past weekend, Black Men Win did a tailgate.
Yes.
They created them. I took the idea to my brother, say, y'all should do something like this, and they did it themselves.
I was there yesterday. And now very nice.
They have this great database now.
Yeah, they do.
Of men, and I can't wait to utilize them in the coming weeks to
activate them.
That's right, because now they have all of this excitement, and we should be utilizing them, right, to be able to do it. And I mean, even going a step further into going into places where we don't usually go to. Why we don't go into the liquor stores? Why we can't go into the strip clubs? Why we can't go into these places?
Right. There's voters there.
Those are voters there who we're not talking to. Why? Because we want to talk to the regular voters, which is cool. But I believe there's some other individuals who we should engage with, and they probably are not engaged because we're not talking to them.
Got it. So let's talk about the Blue Gala.
Yes,
this opportunity for us to bring the excitement of our very loud city, the Democratic excitement for the local tickets. So I know Daniela Levine Cava has been elected, but we have other local electeds here that we're supporting. And then also, of course, the national campaign. So Tell me about the Blue Gala.
So the Blue Gala is the Miami-Dade DEC annual fundraiser, and it is usually done in the fall to give us the boost that we need to be able to run campaigns in November. And that's what this one is for. But this one is different because, we have a full campaign plan that we have already enacted to where we want to hit every sector of Miami-Dade County from Miami Gardens all the way down to Homestead.
Awesome.
And we have what it takes. We have to have the resources to do it. But I also believe that it's the perfect opportunity for us to bring people into the fold to understand who the Miami-Dade DEC is. And also that also includes bringing in national people to be a part of what we're doing. Because I don't care what anyone says. I believe that the country runs through Miami.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very excited for it to be.
Yeah, and so I'm happy that we're doing that. So we have we're honoring some amazing people.
Yes.
Honoring Ben Crump. Yep. Or Ben Crump, and we've sent invitations out to people like Chasten Buttigieg and some of these people who represent nationally what we have here in Miami-Dade County. Right?
Macarena as well, and Venus.
Yeah, Macarena Iglesias, who is a local champion. For Lance Echols, who's a local champion. Who we have? We have Venus Mias from down in South Dade, who is a local champion. Listen, we our goal is to make everyone feel included in the gala, and I'm hoping that everyone that they come. I know some people said they've come before and it's been boring, or some people have never been.
It's gonna be fun.
I know. I want everybody to come.
It's gonna be fun.
Everyone to come. Please.
I mean, the circle's gonna be there, so it's gonna be fun. So it is Saturday, September 21st
at 6:00 p.m.
6:00 p.m. at the Miami Beach Convention Center.
And we're just waiting for our speaker. We don't know who it is yet.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we're waiting. We're gonna announce a fabulous national speaker. Not sure who it is.
Yes.
But everyone, cross your fingers.
Cross
your fingers for as high as we can go. So, but we're going to be able to announce that soon, and I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
So, I know it's a secret.
Yes, it is.
It is a secret. So, okay. So, how do I find out more about the gala?
You can go to www. I think it's Blue Gala. Miami, Blue Gala.
No, Blue Gala MIA.
It's BlueGalaMIA.com.
Got it.
So it's BlueGalaMIA.com. Thank you, Suzan.
No problem. And so you're looking for also sponsorship. You love for people to come on as sponsors?
You can purchase an individual table. You can purchase a table for you and your friends to come and enjoy. Good DJ, good music, good food, good drinks. And then we're going to party after. Myself and Chairman Oliver Gilbert. We're going to have a reception for Miami-Dade County.
Very good. I know.
So you have to come. You got to come to the gala and to go to the party.
Well, you have to come to you have to come to the gala in order to go to the party. But in order to get to the party, you got to be a sponsor.
You got to be a sponsor.
And it's going to be a lit party.
It's going to be a nice
It's going to be lit.
Yeah, we're going to have a party. I promise.
You know Chairman Gilbert knows how to party.
He knows how to party.
He's going
to throw any dead party.
No, he doesn't play. He doesn't play. He don't play in no aspect.
No,
so, for entertainment or business.
Yes.
So, okay, good. And so the tickets are on sale. Tables are on sale. Sponsorships available.
Yep.
We're looking forward to seeing you. What are you particularly looking forward to doing at the gala?
You know what? I'm looking forward to motivating and getting people excited. Not just people here in Miami-Dade County. We're inviting people in Broward and Palm Beach to come be a part of it. But my hope is that people come and they leave energized, motivated to get back out there and let's get this job done on November 5th.
Yes, perfect. Let's knock on doors. So
knock on doors, yes.
Knock on doors, donate.
All of the above.
Call your friends.
All of the above.
Text, phone call, everything. Every single teeny tiny little thing.
Yes.
We have to be like ants.
Oh, we do. Like annoying.
We have to be like annoying, like poke ants.
Yes,
so
you're absolutely right.
Thank you, Senator
Thank
Shevrin
you.
Jones.
I appreciate it.
From the beautiful District 34.
That's right. The best district and the largest black district.
Wait a minute. What are the cities in your district?
No, I can't do this. I'm see. I have city of Miami. I have Miami Gardens, North Miami Beach, Surfside, El Portal, Miami Beach, North Mid Beach.
What?
I have a lot of cities. I have like 12 cities. That's all I have for now.
Is that why you're always so busy crisscrossing?
Crisscrossing, because I have the west side and I have the east side.
Oh my God! Which means you have 12 mayors, 12 city councils, 12 city commissions, 12 set of things that you have to go to, and you're supposed to be. I have personally annoyed you.
Yes.
Come to my things in Miami Gardens and Opelika.
Yes. So. It's a lot. It's a lot of crisscross. I mean, I do appreciate when I was in the House, I only had like 4 cities. Or even when I first got into the Senate, I just had Miami Gardens, West Park. I had like 5 cities. Now it's like 13 of them.
Now you're even more popular.
Or not. Because some people are like, you never come here. I'm like, I'm trying.
Or it's like, listen.
I'm trying.
If you just have to go, like, you have to actually do your job. You have to sleep. And then everything else gets divided into 12.
Yeah. I just tell people I can do it all. I can do it all.
He's going to do as much as he can do.
As much as I can do.
And be healthy.
Yes.
So thank you, Senator Jones.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming. MIA.com.
That's right.
I can't wait to see you there.
I'm going to be there.
I'll be in my blue ball gown.
Okay, come on, blue ball gown.
And you going to be in your blue tuxedo?
Nah, probably won't be in a blue tuxedo. That's pretty tacky.
Not if it's navy. Not if it's navy.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Exactly.
A nice navy tuxedo would be very nice.
Exactly. So I'll see you there.
Yes, I'll be there.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.